Now we are, of course, in San Francisco at the Intel Developer Forum and catching up on some old friends, including our next guest from Kingston, sharing with us some of the new cool memory things like DDR4, among other things. David Leong. Dave, welcome back into Tomorrow. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you. And hello, my friend. Long time no speak.
I know. We catch up with you literally around the world and various and sundry places, and yet we've not seen each other, kind of in passing at a couple of shows recently. So glad to have you back on Into Tomorrow. And what are you showing here at IDF?
You know, we're showing off DDR4 Memory here. That's the next evolution of memory, right? So everybody has, we all have computers these days. Computers take memory. We're showing off the next generation memory. Not the kind of the memory that's going to be in computers, you know, tomorrow, or the stuff that you're going to buy off the shelf right away. This is the type of thing that's, while it's selling now or will be selling shortly, you really won't see it in your computer until maybe next year or year after in a big way. It always takes time for a new technology to get absorbed into the mainstream.
But is it the kind of thing that folks who love to do it yourself and build their own systems, will they be able to get it sooner than what might be in already built systems?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, from our perspective, we're going to start shipping our DDR4 memory on next week, this coming Monday. So yeah, definitely for those that are on the bleeding edge, the cutting edge, you know, they want the latest Intel X99 processor, that's the processor that uses our memory. We want that new processor, you know, and then we want that memory, hopefully from Kingston. They're going to be able to buy it next week. So, you know, like all things new, it's a matter of how much do you want to pay for that. Yeah.
Because what are we talking? And first of all, you've got a nice set here in front of us, and if you're listening on the radio, don't worry. When you have time, intotomorrow.com, and come look for the Kingston interview with Dave Leong. But tell me about this Hyper Predator.
Yeah, well, so HyperX that's the brand name. That's our high performance part of Kingston Technology. So anything fast from Kingston is HyperX, you know, and so be it USB, be it an SSD, or in this case, memory. The fastest kit. So in HyperX Predator, that's our absolute fastest memory. And this is all built for speed here. So Predator is the name. HyperX is the brand. Predator is the class of family it belongs to. This is DDR4 memory. So this is running at 3,000 megahertz right now. Yeah, this is each of these modules is 4 gigabytes. We sell it as a kit of 4. So you're really populating, you know, 16 gigabytes. You're plugging in 4 modules into the slots of your motherboard. You know, most of us, although this is 3,000 megahertz, you know, the laptop I have at home is running like 1,600. It's like half as fast, so to speak. You know, like, yeah.
In theory.
In theory, half as fast, you know. And that's where really most of us are at, you know. 3,000 megahertz, this is something you want if you're really overclocking, which is where you're pushing your system to the max.
We're talking about major gamers. We're talking about big-time video editing, the things that your processors are really working hard and need all kinds of memory help too.
Yeah, really. You know, it's like faster memory enables you to do everything a little bit faster. You know, it's you know, gaming. There's advantages to gaming, but it's like, you know, opening up things like when you're doing memory-intensive applications, speed helps. Speed helps if you're opening like say a Photoshop, right? Opening pictures faster. Video rendering, CAD design. Those types of applications are great for fast memory such as this. Again, this is DDR4. You know, the world is at DDR3 right now. That's where we are. You know, you're the guy, the person at home with a computer. You don't have to worry about this yet. It's coming. You know, the next computer you buy, let's say if you're going to buy a computer 2 years from now or even a year from now, there's a very, very good chance that that computer that you're buying is going to have DDR4 in it.
And what does this cost right now, assuming, or when as soon as it's available, what we're looking at going to cost?
It's a great question. You know, I think pricing is going to be somewhere around maybe the $350 to $400 range for a 16 gigabyte kit of 4. Now, I do have to say that pricing has not been set. You know, it hasn't been set totally yet because it hasn't been released yet. But I think that for the Into Tomorrow listeners that are on the cutting edge, they can expect to pay you know, a premium price for it.
Oh, sure. And as anything else in electronics, you're going to pay high when it first comes out, whatever it is. In this case, DDR4, if that's what you want. And if you can wait, then it always comes down. Like, what is DDR3 selling for these days by comparison, for example?
DDR3, depending on what you want. DDR3 is probably somewhere, a 16 gigabyte DDR3, depending on the speed, can be somewhere, I'm going to give a really wide range because there's always specials, things like that. It could be anywhere from 150 to 250, somewhere around there. It really depends on how much memory that you want to buy. Is it 2 modules? Is it 4? Is it standard speeds, or is it really fast? So the higher you go, the more you buy, the higher the price is.
And for those in the audience listening about all of our discussions about DDR, tell us what DDR means, and for those if we haven't lost them. And they're thinking, well, memory, right? That's my RAM, that's that kind of stuff. Why is that important?
So DDR, double dynamic rate, that's just techie talk. That's all it is for.
Techie talk, I like that. Maybe we should change the name of our show. Techie Talk with Dave.
Graveline. Yeah. No.
And you.
No, really, that just refers to memory speed, the class of memory that is. We started out with DDR1, DDR2, DDR3. DDR3 came out in 2007, really did not hit the big time until 2009. So if you want to run that parallel, now we're in 2014, DDR4 may hit the big time somewhere in 2016, but companies such as Kingston, we're already supporting it now.
Now tell me about the eye candy here in the exhibit at Kingston. You've got a heck of a system that is amazing. I mean, here's a CPU that Chris is now showing on the video that has got everything but looks awesome.
Oh, this is a fantastic case. First we need to thank our friends, if I may, our friends at ASUS for supplying the motherboard, and to InWin for supplying this beautiful, beautiful case. Yeah, InWin makes some of the coolest cases on the market. So what we're showing off here basically is the memory that we just talked about, the HyperX Predator DDR4. It's a 16 gigabyte kit of 4. Now it's a little bit hard to see because you have the CPU cooler, you've got the other components in there, but rest assured it's in there running at 3000 megahertz, and there's a monitor right below the computer here that showing off the speed of a HyperX SSD that we have in there on the right side. And of course, I believe somebody was playing Battlefield 4 here.
I was going to say primary weapons and other things. And interestingly enough, as Chris will probably show you, there's some headphones on the upper right of the screen that also look like they're HyperX headphones. You guys have headphones?
Oh yeah, can you believe that? We're in the headphone business. You know what? We're making a real big push into the gamer space. So, games such as World of Warcraft, League of Legends, Dota 2, those are big games a lot of people play. We're sponsoring a lot of esports teams around the world. And what we found out is, to gamers may not necessarily know what goes into a computer, memory, hard drive, CPU, all that stuff. What they do know is how to play a game and what they need to hear, right? So if we start with headsets, we can really speak to them with a headset. So we have our HyperX Cloud, we call it the Cloud. So it's a HyperX Cloud headset because it's really, really light. It's comfortable. It's made for long play. Average gamer is going to play 8 to 10 hours.
Let's grab it and take a peek at it. Again, if you're listening, just visit intotomorrow.com and check it out. Very nice cushion and band, and okay.
It really is. So inside are 53 millimeter drivers. So Dave, you would know this. The bigger the driver, the bigger the sound, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You want to hear every gunshot explosion, everything here. Bullets whizzing by you, and, you're playing Battlefield 4 or Call of Duty. That's what you want to hear. The memory cushions themselves are, the ear cups are made of memory foam, so it's really, really comfortable.
Like my bed.
It is like your bed, So, it can contour to your ear, make it comfortable. That way, if you're playing long hours, like I kind of do on weekends, you're not even going to know it's the headphones there. That's why we call it Cloud. It's a really, really comfortable headset. It comes in black and white, and it's a really, really, it's a good price too. The boom mic, a lot of people are going to ask, well, wait a second here, what if I want to play online with people? And it's actually a detachable microphone, plugs right into there. And we include all the cables to come with it, so it is, not only is it ready for your PC, but it's ready for iPhone, Android, tablet, and also PS4.
Very fine. And available now, and at what cost?
Available now. Usually, you go to Amazon.com, Newegg, much cheaper there. You should expect to pay $69.99, $79.99, somewhere around there.
I want you to know on the record, I'm going to strong arm you for several because we'd love to give them away to our audience. So one way or the other, we're going to get some from you.
We're going to take care of you, okay? We've got black and white, and actually, I don't know if it's okay to say, we have a new one coming.
It's okay to say if you don't mind.
No,
It'll be in the Into Tomorrow colors, or what's the deal on the new one?
we haven't. Well, I don't. Okay, I can't reveal too many details yet, but we have a new one coming. Think surround sound. Think November. That's when. Yeah,
Just in time for the holiday.
that's right. Get me back on there. We'll talk about it, and we'll give some away.
You got a deal. David Leong from Kingston, kingston.com for more information. And of course, we will link you to Dave's site and you'll see what he and his team are up to on a regular basis. Check out the new DDR4 and of course the new HyperX headphones, among other things. It's all for you into tomorrow. I'm Dave Graveline. We're back with lots more from San Francisco. I had to think for a moment because where are we? What city? What week? Yeah, we're on another road trip as Into Tomorrow continues on the Advanced Media Network.